what do you do in the case of an assault or a battery, basically a fight? And sometimes it's not really a fight. One person just hurts somebody else. The problem with these claims is they're usually not covered by insurance. We don't want to, as a society, insure people for criminal or intentional acts. As a rule, there are exceptions, but as a rule. So somebody comes up to somebody else and they intend to hurt them, particularly if they're not working at the time, just on their own, they hurt somebody else. These claims are usually not covered by insurance. So unless the person who does that has a lot of money to actually pay for what they've caused, usually the only recourse is going to be criminal. What will the police and prosecutors do to that person? So when people call up a lawyer like me and they say, hey, you do injury claims and I was badly injured and this person's completely at fault, why won't you take the case? The difficulty in many circumstances is that we will go through all the same work, all the effort, spend all the money and time, and at the end we will get a judgment against this person. But if they can't afford to pay it, what have we accomplished? But let's say you want to do it. You were hurt, or you know someone close to you was hurt because someone else hit them or hurt them or intended to hurt them, and therefore it's not covered by insurance. Well, first thing you want to do is file a lawsuit and have the lawsuit basically say assault and a claim for assault and claim for battery, and then you serve it upon the person, which can often be done by a sheriff's deputy or a private process server, and you have the lawsuit papers served. They answer the claim, and then you take yourself through the process. The key to the claim is proving that this was not what we sometimes call mutual combat, that the other person was the aggressor, that it was their fault, and that they caused you harm by their actions, not just because there was a fight, but because they made the choice to do whatever they did, and then you prove your injuries. So can you pursue these claims without a lawyer? Yes. In fact, in some cases, if the police and prosecutors won't do it, if you want to hold the person accountable, you may have to do it on your own. Go down to the court, you file a lawsuit, you have the lawsuit served. After they file an answer, you can go ahead and move forward. Now, if they have a lawyer when they file an answer, that may suggest, not necessarily, but it may suggest that there's insurance you may want to find out, because that may change the likelihood of being able to pursue it with or without an attorney. But they are hard cases. It's very easy for judges, juries, and arbitrators to throw their hands up in the air and say, well, this was probably just a fight. They were both involved, even if it wasn't true. So be aware of that. Try to document it. Get as many witnesses as you can to prove that this was the choice of the other person, the person you're suing. Make sure you get doctor's notes, doctor's records to show the injuries that you suffered as a result. And if you put those things together, you have a pretty good chance to prevail if you're willing to put in the time, effort, energy, and money it will take to move the case forward.